Area 51 is known for having a lot of badges, and if you didn't know, some of these badges are much more difficult to obtain than others. And today I'm going to be teaching you 5 badges that are the most difficult in the game, in my opinion. We're going to be basing this off of statistics, but also just how difficult they actually are. The 5th hardest badge in Area 51 is the Bolt Bait badge, and this is located on Endless Survival. What you have to do is unbox a crossbow, pack-a-punch it, and then shoot it at a friend. And then that friend has to walk into a pile of killers, and that crossbow that you shoot at that friend has to kill 6 killers. It's a pretty complex badge, and this is actually the rarest badge currently in Area 51. But the badge is on track to defeat another badge later in this list. But for now, Bolt Bait surprisingly has the least amount of people who have it, and it's over 2 years old as well, and it has yet to crack 5,000. Yeah, of course, this video is being recorded quite a bit from when you're watching it, so maybe this badge has actually already surpassed it, but for now, Bolt Bait is the rarest badge, even if it isn't that difficult, so that's why it is number 5. The 4th most difficult badge in Area 51 is actually, shockingly, the Mysterious Entity badge. And this one is quite an interesting badge because it is located on Extreme Classic mode. And how you get this is unknown. Most people don't really, not even me, know how to actually get this badge. What happens is you just have to have, Shadow Homer, who is the Mysterious Entity. He needs to be in your server when you join, and he has a random chance, we believe, of him spawning. We don't know what causes him to spawn, but for now, the main strategy is just joining every few hours and hoping he'll pop up on Extreme Classic mode. But yeah, that is the 4th most difficult badge. He is a very confusing, NPC to run into, and also Shadow Homer has 3 different spawns, which one of them is given to the player as well, and some of these spawns are actually really difficult, including the jet spawn where you have to actually climb on a fence that actually kills you to even get to it. And then there's another badge which includes some really difficult parkour. So Mysterious Entity is a pretty difficult badge all around, and that is the number 4. The 3rd most difficult badge is the Elite Kraken KO badge. Now I know you can't really see the badge because some of my textures don't load, but yes, this badge is actually the 3rd most difficult badge in the game. And it basically what you have to do is defeat the Omega Kraken. But to even unlock the Omega Kraken, you must kill the actual Kraken first. And so you actually need to kill 2 bosses in order to actually get this badge, which makes it much more difficult for the average player to get. And this badge, shockingly, it could have easily been maybe number 2, but number 2, for some reason, statistically, has way less people who have it, and that is Elite Aberration. And man, dude, Elite Aberration, shockingly, at the time of recording this video, only has 5,000 players who own it, and this might become the rarest badge in the game once once more players actually get Bolt Bait. For some reason, people struggle a lot more with Elite Aberration. Probably the laser and, the cylinders that spin and pick you up. So there are a couple really difficult things about Elite Aberration in her room. But yeah, a lot of players struggle with her a lot more than Elite Kraken, which is really shocking to me because she has less health and the sniper rifles just absolutely obliterate her damage. Meanwhile, Elite Kraken, his tentacle attack is much more difficult to dodge. And so these 2 badges here, these 2 bosses, are some of the most difficult badges in the game, and not many players have both of them. And most players who have played this game have not even, beaten the original badges either. And so, just unlocking the Elite badges is difficult for most players too. Now, that is why both the Elite Kraken is number 3, and the Elite Aberration badge is number 2 on this list. Really difficult badges on boss rush mode. And now we will be moving to the number 1 badge that is the most difficult in Area 51. And before we actually move to it, I just want to give an honorable mention to a badge that just barely missed out and would have been number 5 if Bolt Bait wasn't the rarest badge. and that is the 50 rounds badge. This is an honorary mention. I'd count it as my number 6 right now, although it is the 5th most difficult, I would say. This 50 round badge is a very difficult badge where you have to survive 50 waves of killers for literally the entire time. It is not easy to do. It takes like 3 hours of gaming to do. So I will just say that I know some of you might be crying that it's not number 5, but that's just simply because it is more common, shockingly, than the bolt bait badge. So yeah, 50 rounds is an honorary mention. Easily could have been number 5 if bolt bait didn't exist and wasn't rare. But yeah, I just wanted to include this because this one is probably one of the most difficult badges in the game too. It's just not really being mentioned because it's been out for so long and so many people have it. But yeah, guys, really crazy. This badge has 18,000 people who have gotten it, which is actually a lot more than some of the, I think all the badges on this list, which is why, of course, you know. But I just wanted to say, honorary mention to 50 rounds. But now we are going to move on to the number 1 badge, and it's on none of these modes that I've talked about. It is Silent Killer. And man, this is one of the most difficult badges. It is the most difficult badge in the entire game. As the time of looking at this, the fewest amount of people have been collecting it per day, which means that it's slowest, win rate, or not win rate, but slowest collecting rate for a permanent badge. And Silent Killer is very difficult. What you have to do is you have to be Juggernaut and kill everyone, mind you, that's difficult already, while having full health at the end. And if you guys did not know, back then, when, luckily, it got nerfed, this badge is a little easier now, but back then, if you got shot once, you couldn't get this badge ever. You would not be able to get it, which is really shocking. So yeah, luckily you just need full health. If you get shot and you get, you kill people and you get your health back, you'll be fine. But man, dude, back then it was much more difficult. It still is the most difficult badge, mind you, but dude, it is just really difficult to get. I got it back in 2020 in a giveaway stream where all the survivors were resetting, allowing the Juggernaut to get it. So we were kind of cheating when we got this badge, but still, it was very difficult back then. And I would have had it multiple times back then too, because I have won as Juggernaut with full health. It's just really difficult to pull off because guns are so powerful in Juggernaut mode. Those are my top 5 badges of Area 51. Let me know what you think in the comments of what is the most difficult badge in the game for you, because there are some really difficult badges in this game, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, guys, today I just kind of wanted to go over rare badges that most people don't really have. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more and like the video to show support. Let me know how many badges you have in the comments.